In this segment, I want to show you a little more closely the setup. You don't have to copy it, but this is a very easy way to do it, and certainly not very costly. The test stand mount is just an aluminum clamp. I sell those. It's not necessary. You can use any kind of a mount that matches up with the 4 screws. The pipe itself, in most cases you've bought what I call the test pipe. That's the section that's showing right now. You normally buy them 12 inches long. This is the tune pipe section. That happens to be a Mac 7.5 Aero pipe connected with a silicon rubber connector. Now, in practice, you're going to have tie wraps to hold this, but on the bench, it often will stay without the tie wraps. But don't forget them if you try to fly. The back hold down is just made from wood. I just sawed them off and screwed it together and used something like a lag bolt screwed in there with the wing nut, and the clamps are all wood. I don't recommend that you use metal. It'll just bend things, and the wood does a nice job. And those lag nuts, I think, are lag bolts. I think they're 1/4 20. If you're an international, that's about 6 millimeters. The rest of the head setup is the pressure fitting going into the fuel tank, and it's okay to have a fuel tank that's just bolted to the table like this one. Now that's my tachometer there and some other junk. That's a 16-ounce tank. About any size will be fine. Notice there's a little piece of foam underneath it, and it's held with rubber bands. You don't really need a bubbleless tank on the test stand as long as you have some foam wrapped around it. Following the line, you'll see a filter there. You'll see the remote needle valve that's bolted to the test stand. That's for safety. You don't necessarily have to have it bolted, but if you don't have it bolted, it's a two-hand thing to twist it. So it's better just have a screw there so you can do it. Then it goes from the remote on into the carburetor. So pretty simple setup. You can see the throttle wire. It's held in place by a little stand that we put there to pinch it down so that it won't move while you're at full throttle or part throttle. Again, not necessary, but you have to have an additional hand.